crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Sanders first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Butler making the catch. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Complete to number
from 6 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. building confidence after a loss. That's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Raheem Mostert. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 3. They'll have a first down past the 40. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Hurts. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 44. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Eagles.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
9 yards on the play and a first down. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to Butler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 49ers' 9-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Taking a shot for Samuel. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Eagles are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Eagles 21, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
First down, Philadelphia.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Second and a yard.
2nd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points. And turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And some space here. 20. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 12-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
So let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They run with Howard, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 31, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run. It's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Warner in on the tackle.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed. It's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, 49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The keeper there good for about 9, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
A gain of a yard.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Being chased out left. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Steps away. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the Eagles' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Philadelphia.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.